we meet again. I was gonna wait until I finished editing the last Miracle vlog until I started filming this one, continuing wherever the heck we left off with Yamu's cosplay, because I didn't want too much backlog and because the sun's about to set. But I am feeling that cosplay motivation, so I'm gonna make the most of it. Apologies for my eyeliner. I'm just trying a new one and this one clearly sucks, so we're gonna take advantage of this motivation to get some progress done. I'm sure y'all recall this from like 10,000 years ago, aka last year. We started working on Yamu's bra. Where is it? And this is how it turned out, and I absolutely freaking love it so much. Oh, I can't wait to wear it with my complete cosplay. I actually also started drafting her kimono dress thing, so we'll start working on that. Let's hit the Toki shop and see what fabric. Oh, just remembered that I was shopping for this fabric when the pandemic started, and I told you guys that I would show what is in the bag, but I never did. A lot has happened since. Or not. I don't know. I mean, we're pretty much at the end of the pandemic now, if I may say, knock on wood. Let's see if a year ago I had good taste in fabric, because I haven't seen these in a really long time. And if I can recall what I wanted to do with each of these pieces. First up, we have this black fabric, which will probably be for her hat. Oh, which by the way, I thought I was gonna stay with my design, but a lot of people have made Mona cosplays ever since, and everybody's making their hats out of foam. I have like this FOMO building up. I want to make my hat out of foam too. So we're gonna be redoing that. Next up, we have her beige. This is gonna be most of her dress. I can't explain what this fabric is. It's kind of tiny bit stretchy. It's shinier on one side than the other. We will see. Maybe I'll alternate between both just to get like cool effects. I have these two. Very nice fabric. They both have like the same texture on both. They're like from the same family. Maybe you can see it better if I did this. Very subtle details on it. I was absolutely in love. So here we are holding this fabric. This is gonna be for her belt. I'm gonna alternate between the black and the green just to get some sort of cool effect. Yeah. We're gonna dabble back in embroidery because I think that was like the main reason why I wanted to make this cosplay in the first place. I really wanted to focus on the details and add a lot of, well, not a lot, added some detailing just so that I can practice my embroidery again. The last Magi cosplay, the last giant Magi cosplay that I've made was Kogyoku, and I had so much fun beating her and putting all those stitches in. And I really miss that feeling. I don't know if I can find I'm gonna try to find and gather all the material that I had planned for her. I bought a bunch of yellow golden stuff. I forgot if this was supposed to go on her hat or the actual dress, but there's that. And I think I'm gonna reincorporate some of these really gorgeous golden beads onto her. What else? A little voice in my head is telling me that I need this black ribbon for my cosplay for some reason, so I'm gonna leave it there with the rest of the stuff. And we can get started with that. Or some progress in as soon as I clean this up. It is super hot outside, but I just had the brilliant idea of using my bathrobe as a template. I know I just sketched everything already, but this might be easier. So we're gonna take our measuring tools out and try to make a pattern out of this. We're going to draft the general dimensions of the piece and use tape to reproduce the curves after. You'll see that I use a cardboard box because I had to be resourceful. I didn't have a long ruler. I got to the part where I need to transfer the arch of the armpit. To do that, I am gonna use some tape. Once you get an imprint of the armpit curvature, you can transfer it to your own pattern, and voila, the trick is done. To complete our pattern, let's not forget the seam allowance. This week I decided to re-binge the Jurassic Park movies just for fun, so while you hear the scissor snips, I'm listening to Velociraptor screeches. It's starting to come together. The top is supposed to be off-shoulder though, so I hope that these dimensions work for that too. Here I'm just showing off the pinking scissors that my sister got me for Christmas. I was really excited to see it in action because it's just so satisfying to watch it in action, and these are really great for fabric that frays easily. I have to excuse my eggplant dress and the screaming kids outside. 3 daycares around where I live. So I've been drafting dress patterns to decide what I want to do. I'm not sure if I want like a circle skirt or an A-line skirt. I know I wanted to try double pleating, definitely high-waisted. I really want it to be a bit fancy, so I might add a slit in there somewhere. But the slit is also good for ventilation, especially if I'm gonna wear this cosplay in the summer. So I'm just gonna try to pin a double pleated skirt onto my mannequin and see if it'll look okay. I also have like this giant horsehair that I bought by accident, thinking it was regular sized horsehair, but it's like really wide. So let's try to integrate it to this dress. I rarely pin stuff beforehand. I usually just go in and hope that everything lines up. But this time I want to try something weird to get a wider base to waist ratio on the skirt. I have no formal fashion training, so I don't know if double pleating is even an actual thing. And if it is, well, I don't know if this is the official way to do it. But what I have in mind seems quite functional, so I really want to attempt it. And here is the incorporated slit that I wanted for ventilation and for showing off sexy leg purposes. We continue working on the top by making the sleeve patterns using the same taping technique that we used earlier. Anytime that I have ever attempted to make sleeves, it has always turned out really badly, and then somehow I salvage it, so wish me luck! I was just complaining about how my sleeves never work out, but whose fault is that? I'm guessing my own, because I always do like the weirdest last minute modifications in hope that stuff works as I envision it. So join me and see if this works out. I always like to binge creative shows in the background while I work. I can safely say that RuPaul's Drag Race is definitely one of those, and I've watched all the seasons, including All Stars, at least twice already. I just finished working and I wanted to get some progress onto my dress. After many failed attempts at pinning this thing, I somehow figured something out. These are basically single pleats that I folded back onto themselves, so it's like a double pleat. I have never seen anything like this on a garment before, so I don't even know if this is legit. If it looks good, it looks good. I use safety pins to make sure that these stay there and doesn't poke at me when I try it on, and I mean, it did its job. There is that front slit that I was talking about that's kind of concealed into the pleats. I am going to try to camouflage this because the mannequin is a bit larger than me. I hope that it overlaps so that it camouflages the pleat so that it doesn't show when I'm moving around. What I need to do now is semi-finish the edges here, and then I can sew in the horsehair at the bottom of the dress. And then we can start some really fun embroidering. I might go at this with an invisible stitch by hand. I guess it's time to binge another show. What I need to do now is finalize this by tacking it down and removing all of the safety pins. I am well aware that the tone neutralness of this vlog isn't the most exciting thing ever, but thank you for letting me keep you company all the same. I hope that you're being just as productive on your side. The process that you see here is just a whole bunch of unpinning and sewing and unpinning and sewing, and a little bit of rolling the hem too. Someone specifically requested a twirl, so I am happy to oblige. Twirl check! I'll make sure to include one in each video in this mini-series. Since we're already here, might as well try on all the pieces we've worked on. So far we have a top potato sack and a bottom potato sack. Because of the plain color, it looks like I'm just wearing a mock-up of my cosplay, but no. This is my actual cosplay. I mean, the toned down, earthy oatmeal colors make up for the extra over-the-top flamboyant bra. Hopefully when they come together, they'll mesh really well and balance out. Since we have the semblance of a wearable garment, I'm gonna end my vlog here. Oh look, we're babysitting a tiny poopers. Say hi! And this is where I tell you, see you next time, maybe. Some people just want to end up deaf earlier.